Oh, my goodness, you guys, buckle up because we're diving into the juiciest drama that's got everyone buzzing. Picture this, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex herself, stepping onto the set of Good Morning America, ready to share her side of the story, only for things to take a wild turn that nobody saw coming. Sources are whispering, and I mean whispering loudly, that Meghan's appearance on GMA with George Stephanopoulos turned into a fiery clash that left jaws on the floor and the internet in a frenzy. Now, let's set the stage here. Meghan's been no stranger to the spotlight, right? From her days as a Hollywood actress to her royal exit that shook the world, she's always got people talking. But this is next level. Imagine her walking onto that iconic GMA set, lights blazing, cameras rolling, with George, the seasoned journalist, ready to dig deep. The anticipation was electric. Everyone wanted to know what Meghan would say next about her life, her projects, maybe even the royal family. But what started as a standard interview, the kind where you expect some polite back and forth, reportedly spiraled into something way more intense. Word on the street is that George came in with some hard-hitting questions that maybe caught Meghan off guard. Was it about her Netflix projects, her relationship with the royals, or maybe that new lifestyle brand she's been pouring her heart into? We don't have the exact details, but the rumors are swirling that things got personal, and fast. Meghan, known for her poise and charm, wasn't about to let those questions slide without a fight. Insiders say the tension was palpable, like you could cut it with a knife. George, with his years of interviewing everyone from presidents to pop stars, didn't hold back, and Meghan, well, she's not one to back down either. The clash was reportedly so heated that Meghan, in a moment that shocked the crew, stormed off the set, leaving everyone stunned. Can you imagine? The cameras still rolling, the producers scrambling, and George sitting there, probably wondering what just hit him. Social media exploded. X was on fire with hashtags, memes, and hot takes flying left and right. Some fans were cheering Meghan on, saying she was standing her ground, while others were like, whoa, was that really necessary? This moment, you guys, it's the kind of thing that gets people talking for weeks. What could George have asked to spark such a reaction? Was it a question about Harry, the kids, or maybe something about the ongoing saga with the royal family that we all know never seems to end? The speculation is running wild, and I'm here for it. Let's be real, Meghan's been navigating a media storm for years, and she's always come out swinging, but this feels different. It's like the stakes are higher, the emotions rawer. People are saying this could be a turning point, maybe for her public image, maybe for her next big move. The world's watching, and we're all glued to our screens, waiting for the next chapter. I mean, think about it, a duchess, a journalist, a live TV moment gone wrong. What's not to love about this drama? It's like something out of a Hollywood script, except it's happening in real life, and we're all along for the ride. So, what do you think? Was Meghan right to walk off, or did she just hand her critics more ammo? Let's unpack this some more, because there's so much to talk about, and I know you're just as obsessed with this as I am. Alright, let's keep this train rolling, because the drama doesn't stop with Meghan's epic exit from the GMA set. Let's talk about what might have led to this moment, because you don't just storm out of a live TV interview without some serious build-up, right? Meghan's been in the public eye for years, and she's no rookie when it comes to handling tough questions. But something about this moment with George Stephanopoulos hit a nerve, and I'm dying to figure out what it was. Let's paint the picture. Meghan's been working hard to carve out her post-royal life. She and Harry have their Netflix deal, their philanthropy, and let's not forget her new venture, American Riviera Orchard. That lifestyle brand's been making waves, with its jams and home goods sparking both excitement and, let's be honest, some snarky comments online. Maybe George went there, maybe he asked about the brand, or the rumors that it's not quite hitting the mark some expected. Or, and this is a big one, maybe he brought up the royal family. You know how the topic's like a powder keg waiting to explode. The royals, the drama, the ongoing back and forth. It's been years since Megxit, but the headlines never stop. Could George have pressed her on something sensitive, Like her relationship with Kate or King Charles? Or maybe it was about Harry's own battles with the press. Whatever it was, the vibe reportedly shifted fast. Insiders are saying Meghan was prepared for a friendly chat, maybe to promote her latest projects, but George came in with that journalist edge, ready to dig into the stuff she didn't want to touch. And can we talk about George for a second? The man's a pro. He's interviewed world leaders, grilled politicians, and he knows how to ask the tough questions without breaking a sweat. But Meghan's no ordinary guest. She's got that charisma, that fire, and she's been through enough media scrutiny to know how to hold her own. So, when things got heated, it wasn't just a one-sided takedown. Picture this: George asks a question, Meghan fires back with that signature eloquence, but then another question comes, and another, and suddenly it's like a verbal tennis match on live TV. The energy in the room must have been insane. Producers probably sweating, the audience at home leaning into their screens. And then, boom, Meghan's had enough. She stands up, maybe says something sharp, and walks off, leaving everyone in shock. X lit up immediately. People posting clips, analyzing every word, every gesture. Some were like, "Yes, Queen, don't take that," while others were saying she overreacted. But let's think about it. Meghan's been under a microscope since day one. Every move she makes, every word she says, it's dissected to death. Maybe this was her saying, "I'm done playing this game." And you know what? I kinda get it. The pressure she's under, the constant criticism, it's a lot. But walking off a live show, that's bold, even for her. Now, the fallout's what everyone's talking about. What does this mean for her brand, her relationship with the media? Will she address this on her own terms? Maybe on her podcast or through a statement? Or will Harry step in with some kind of response? The possibilities are endless, and the internet's already buzzing with theories. One thing's for sure, this moment's going to be talked about for a long time, and we're all waiting to see what Meghan does next. Now, let's zoom out a bit and talk about the bigger picture, because this GMA moment isn't just about one interview gone wrong. It's about Meghan Markle's entire journey in the public eye. Think about it. This is a woman who went from starring in Suits to becoming a global icon, marrying a prince, and then walking away from royal life to forge her own path. That's a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes on her, and a lot of opinions, some fair, some not so much. So, when we hear about her storming off the GMA set after clashing with George Stephanopoulos, it's not just a random moment. It's a culmination of years of navigating a world that's both obsessed with her and quick to judge her. Let's break it down. Meghan's been open about how the media's treated her. Remember her Oprah interview? She didn't hold back about the toll it took, the lack of support from the royal institution, the mental health struggles. So, going into GMA, she probably knew she'd face tough questions, but maybe she thought she could handle it, steer the conversation to her work, her passions. But George, being the journalist he is, likely didn't let her off easy. Maybe he asked about the royal family's response to her latest projects, or maybe he brought up the criticism she's faced over her brand. Whatever it was, it hit a nerve, and Meghan decided she wasn't going to sit there and take it. That walk-off, it's not just a dramatic moment, it's a statement. She's saying she's in control, that she's not here to be grilled for clicks or headlines. But here's the thing, that move comes with risks. The media's already spinning it, some outlets calling it a diva moment, others saying she's standing up for herself. X is a wartson of opinions, with fans praising her courage and critics saying she can't handle the heat. And let's not forget the cultural context here. Meghan's a woman of color in a world that's often been unkind to her, and that's got to play a role in how she navigates these moments. The scrutiny she faces, it's not just about her actions, it's about who she is, what she represents. So, when she walks off the set, it's not just about George's questions, it's about years of being poked and prodded by a media machine that loves to build her up and tear her down. What's next? That's the million-dollar question. Will she come back with a response? Maybe a heartfelt post or an interview on her own terms? Or will she let this moment fade, focusing on her work and her family? Harry's probably got her back, as always, but this feels like Meghan's moment to define. The world's watching, and you know they're ready to dissect her next move. This clash with George Stephanopoulos isn't just a bleep, it's a chapter in the saga of Meghan Markle, and it's got us all hooked. Okay, let's wrap this up with a deep dive into what this all means, because Meghan's GMA walk-off is more than just a headline, it's a cultural moment. Let's talk about the stakes. Meghan Markle's been building a brand, a legacy, and a life outside the royal bubble, and every step she takes is under a microscope. This clash with George Stephanopoulos, it's not just about a single interview, it's about how she's navigating a world that's constantly testing her. Imagine being her for a second. You've got a new lifestyle brand, a Netflix deal, a family to protect, and a public that's split between adoring you and tearing you apart. Then you go on GMA, expecting a platform to share your vision, and instead, you get questions that feel like a setup. Maybe George asked about the royal rift or something like, "Have you spoken to William and Kate lately?" Or maybe he went for her brand, questioning its success or its reception. Whatever it was, it pushed Meghan to a point where she said, enough. That walk-off was her drawing a line, saying she's not here to be a punching bag. But here's where it gets messy. The court of public opinion doesn't play fair. X is already flooded with takes, some calling her a queen for standing her ground, others saying she's too sensitive, that she should have stayed and fought it out. The media's having a field day, with headlines screaming about her meltdown or her power move. But let's be real, Meghan's been in tougher spots than this. She's faced tabloids, royal protocol, and global scrutiny, and she's still standing. This moment, though? It's a gamble. Walking off live TV is bold, but it risks alienating people who see it as unprofessional. On the flip side, it could solidify her as someone who won't be pushed around. What's fascinating is how this fits into her bigger story. Meghan's always been about controlling her narrative, her image, her future. This walk-off feels like her saying, "I'm done with your script." But what's next? Will she address it directly, maybe on social media or through her production company? Or will she let the buzz die down, focusing on her next project? And let's not forget Harry, he's probably in her corner, ready to support whatever she decides. The fallout from this could shape how the public sees her for years. Will it boost her brand as a fearless trailblazer, or will it fuel the critics who say she can't handle the pressure? One thing's certain, Meghan's not going anywhere. She's got too much at stake, too much to prove. This GMA moment is just one chapter in a story that's far from over, and you know we'll all be watching to see what she does next. So, tell me, what's your take? Is Meghan's walk-off a power move or a misstep? Let's keep this conversation going, because this drama's got legs, and I'm here for every second of it.